Pop? Couldn't some of this maybe be in your mind? Who are you trying to get crazy with, is it? There it is. Holy moly.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
Dear God, it's beautiful.
That's my kid. That's my son.
Well, hello everybody and welcome to PropDog Friday Live, and we're still all laughing from the intro. Isn't it just brilliant? And that, by the way, wasn't deep fakes with Alex. That really was Alex on that catwalk dressed like that.
Yeah,
so
right. I've just come over from Milan.
You have, yeah, just doing a fashion.
It wasn't me on the bike though.
That was my favourite part, that bike. So
worry.
Right, well, thank you all for joining us as always. I just can't get over the stuff Mr. Bradbury does with our lives. Is just brilliant.
With our lives.
Our lives, yeah, our lives and our lives, yeah. Just when you think it can't get better. So, yeah, bit of a shocker. Frank Valenti. Come on, Frank.
Southgate is
6,000 miles away and he beats you, Finley.
It's Finley third. Was that?
Yeah, it's Finley's third, yeah.
I've got some newcomers at the
second?
top.
I used to think Finley was just,
Who's second?
He was up there. Roy Marsh, Danny Marsh, sorry. Danny Marsh.
Decent effort.
Yeah, I used to think Finley was up there. I used to worship Finley for being first all the time.
Untouchable.
But Frank's got there first. Yeah, good effort, Frank. Nice to see you. You may have seen on the live as well. Big congratulations to Mike, who was granted his MIMC on, when was that? Wednesday or Thursday,
week,
wasn't it?
With Gold
Wednesday,
Star.
Thursday, yeah.
With Gold Star.
With Gold Star for performance, yeah. So congratulations, Mike. He's not with us today, but he'll be in tomorrow. But yeah,
That's the
excellent
highest you
job.
can get, isn't it?
It is indeed. It is indeed.
He is the highest you can get in the Magic Circle.
And he works here.
Absolutely, yes.
That is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
All for doing
Have you tried
nothing.
his tea though? Tried his coffee?
All for just doing that, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Nah, he's great.
He
Mike,
deserves
so,
it.
yeah.
Well done, Mike.
Well deserved.
Well done,
yeah.
Mike.
Right, let's get on. Let's see what's on the board today. So a few things to talk about. We got a couple of videos for you. First of all, I just saw Ottar has joined us as well. So Pete Mitchum says hi, Van Buren, Michael Cooley, FD Finley, don't think he was first. John Middleton, Devi, George, Dean Thurman and Jonas all say hi or hello doggers. Ottar is next. Now Ottar, hello Ottar. Yeah, we're all very well, thank you. You well?
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
We got a little mystery package in the post this week. If you haven't seen the video on Facebook and YouTube we put up of us opening it, we're going to show you now. But yeah, we've got a little mystery package from Ottar. Now, we weren't expecting this. And of course, Ottar, doing what Ottar does, with lots of loud bangs and fire and explosions and stuff, we were a little bit wary. So going to show a quick video of our little gift from Ottar and what happened next. There we go. Hi, check it out. So we've been sent a package by the infamous Ottar. Now, being that Ottar is a pyromaniac, an explosives engineer, and a mental case, this could contain anything. I'm not quite ready to open it yet. I need to get changed. Back in a sec. Right, good job. I've got some kit left for the Royal Marines. We should now be good to try and find out what is inside Ottar's package.
Damn.
Fortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to explode. So we can come out with a lovely little frame. I just have to do a little bit of gluing on there, but that is insane. That's going to go on the wall with pride. Keep the magic alive. I love Ottar. Thank you, Ottar. That is amazing, my friend. That your glue's come off there, but we'll put that back on there, and that will be showing pride in the shop. Cheers, Ottar. So there we go, and here it is. So thanks to Ottar. It is awesome. It is our little souvenir from Ottar's reviews, and that will be going on the wall with pride. And we have fixed the CDs back on. So it's not your only gift, or the only gift we received from Ottar. If you didn't know about it, we do have the Jason 3000 simulator. Although, watching that video, we're now going to have to change it to Jason's horse noises, because if you heard Jason laughing on the camera, all you can hear is... So we'll have to reprogram that with a little bit of both on it. So yeah, but thank you, Ottar. That was very thoughtful of you, and yeah, we will be putting that on the wall with pride. We've got a few nice little things like that.
I mean, that literally sums us up, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? It's absolutely brilliant.
Couldn't be more
thank you very much.
If you tried.
Right, let's get on. So Rita, hello Rita from Australia.
Sorry,
good day, Rita. Stefan says hi, guys.
I was just laughing at your good day.
Good day, mate. How was that, Rita? George is there. Hello, George. Hope all is well, mate. He says, love the intro so much. Oh, it's just so brilliant, so brilliant. Last week we thought you're never going to get better, and this week, oh, just again amazing. And it's the little subtleties afterwards. If you play it back and just pause a few of them and look at a few of the things, you'd be surprised just how much you miss. Brad just gets so much detail in it. It is amazing. Good afternoon, friends from Switzerland, says Martin. Michael Weimer says, hello, Doggers and Bobo. Hey, Bobo.
Hey, Bobo.
Happy Friday, Doggers, Sandy. Charlie Wilson. Charlie Robinson. Sorry, Charlie. He goes, hey, guys, got back from my theory test. Need 87 to pass. Got 85. Got it. Oh, no. Oh, mate, you're born too late. See, I didn't have to do a theory test when I passed.
That is close, isn't it?
What did you get wrong?
Oh, mate, well, at least you didn't. I mean, if you fail your theory, does that mean you can't do the practical?
No, I think you can redo your theory.
So if you do the practical and pass that, you've only got to redo the theory. Is that right?
I think you can't do. No, I don't. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I don't drive, but I don't think you can do your practical until you've passed the theory.
Right. I'd like 2 questions at the end of.
That's why. It's what I
drove around and he went, what does that mean? I went, that's a clear word.
1988, I did mine. I think it was. So yeah, a long time ago.
Year after I was born.
Well, I actually had to learn to drive like a learner again because I had a few lessons with an instructor, and then my mum worked about 30 miles away, and I was working with her at the time for a year, so I just drove her back and forth to a year as a learner driver. And then after a year of driving, I took the test, and of course I was driving like everyone else on the road, you know.
Yeah.
I had to learn to drive like a learner again. But yeah, all worked out well. Afternoon, lads, says Eddie Grant, a few flags here. Hope
Doesn't matter how you drive now, does it?
Yeah.
Now you've got that truck.
I just drive over everything. Yeah. You guys hope all and the families are well, and hi Bobo. Finley, intro is unbelievable, isn't it just great? Andrew Vaughan, hello mate, he says happy Friday. Hans Sunstrom, hi and very nice PropDog Friday to everybody, and to you, Hans. Who have we got next? Andrew says fantastic intro. I just can't work out what Brad is going to be doing next week.
He must be reading these going like, oh god, I'm going to be up all night trying to top it.
Yeah, I'd love to be fly on the wall just watching Brad just sitting there doing it all. Maybe you can have a week off, Brad. We'll use the same intro again next week. Have a week off because I'm sure you want a weekend to yourself because you can't just keep it up forever.
Do you know what? You don't often get the Monday blues feeling at PropDog other than the massive amount of emails that we have to go through on a Monday morning. But that is brilliant. You just see it. It's like just glowing in the email box, and you're.
Here it is.
And we all rush up and gather around the.
Well, I try and set myself a challenge to clear so many before I look at it, and then Dave runs up and goes, have you seen it? Have you seen it in Dropbox? Everybody look around, and we just all gather around the computer and watch it.
Well, Alex is there, he brings out his rocking chair, his slippers, his pipe, his dressing gown, well, small, my smoking suit, and he sits there and, so George says, how do the intros get better? I have no idea. What's your all, says Chris Gilders. Walter says, good afternoon all, and afternoon to you, Walter. Eamon, hello PropDoggers, looking good on the catwalk, guys. It was just Alex on the catwalk, and that was real. That was real. Did you see the moustache he grew just for the photo shoot as well? Yeah, very impressed.
Not bad for a week.
Not bad for.
Unfortunately, the essence of dog isn't quite the fragrant you might imagine, as Jason can attest to. Just before
I bore witness to Essence of Dog just before we went live.
Essence of Dave Dog just before the live. Sorry about that, guys. New intro is brilliant, says Pete Meacham. What's up, fellas? Says Lou. Andy Tingley, brilliant, loved it. David Harris, afternoon all. Stefan, thank you so much for the price. Received it this
Prize.
oh yeah, he means prize, don't we? But he says price. Received it this week, so that's what I'm watching this weekend, and probably a lot after that. You're most welcome, Stefan, and congratulations.
Yeah, well
Sandy
done.
Wilson, Tuet Tuwoo. That's to you, Bo, I think.
Cockatoo.
Paul Sunderland says, I'm here from the start, woohoo! I'm sat in the Kirkby Lonsdale Brewery having a few pints, so I apologise now if you get a garbled message like that.
Such a hard life, isn't it? Such a difficult...
Maybe we should do the live from a brewery
from a pub one day.
No, a pub or brewery, either one. Yeah. Stefan says the intros almost
Distillery.
need their own show. Do you know what? We should put all the intros together as just one big long YouTube clip, just so people can enjoy that on his own. Greetings from Denmark, says Brian. Hello, Brian. Robert Van Buren, Finley's internet connection must be slow. I think he's taking bribes, you know. I think Frank has sent him a little backhander to make sure he's live first. I got a second. I got in on the second. My phone is so slow today, don't know why.
It's always your tools, isn't it? It's always the tools.
Blame it on the tools. George says Madison pads look brilliant. Thank you, George.
They are. They are. I have to
great.
say
Yeah,
that
they're
they
really
are.
nice.
Really good. We're trying to make more at the moment, but we're struggling to get the rubber because the rubber is custom made, and you can't just go and buy it off the shelf somewhere. We have to get it specially made, and it takes weeks to come through. And we bought a £400 reel of it, and that went with the first 20 mats, and now we've got to spend more to get more. So we're just waiting for it to come through. Pete Donnelly says, good afternoon, guys. Hope you're well. Hello, mate. I hope you are well, and we're all well. I hope you're well, mate. Have you started the new job yet, mate? Frank says, I didn't notice the sweat on Dave's head the second, or the first time, I think he means. It's first time, that's funny. Way to commit to the bit. We always commit. You wait till you see the video later, guys. Stefan says, thanks for the awesome iDrop and CTG reviews. Saw them and performed them last weekend, and for what it's worth, I definitely agree. I was mostly disappointed with CTG's angle sensitivity. We will be talking about that a little bit today, Stefan.
That's interesting.
But thanks for the input. Thanks for the input, definitely. Jonas, the way you two guys are like, oh, okay, is that something you were?
Well, that's just the point of our review. Okay. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. It might be really in the review.
Not bitter at all.
Yeah. Jonas says, I hope you didn't pop those airbags, they might explode. Lee, hello Lee. Lee? You changed your name. Lee's first comment I could see was yours. You got that. I clicked as soon as I saw the notification and was already there. Over 30 here. That's why it didn't make quite sense on that. Pete Donnelly, your respirator is out, Dave. Yeah, mate. That respirator is out of date by about 20 years.
Not only that, that wasn't actually your jacket either, was it?
Jacket?
It wasn't your jacket, was it?
On your army jacket.
It was, but it wasn't the one I wanted.
No, it had someone else's name in it.
Oh, that one, yeah. Sorry, yeah. So I was going to get an NBC kit on. I just went through the attics, found out what kit I had. Didn't have the NBC kit, you know what I mean. I put my jacket on. It was just a waterproof Gore-Tex thing, and it had one of my troop mates' name in it. So he's probably got mine, and I've got his. And the good thing is, in 3 years' time, we're doing a 30-year reunion. And this is the guy that I was in a recruit troop with in '93, a long time ago. And I've still got that jacket, and almost guaranteed he hasn't got mine, but I'm going to take it to the reunion and say, oh, hi mate, I know it's been 30 years, but here's your jacket back.
Thanks for lending it to me.
Yeah. Thing is that a lot of kit gets mixed up because you have drying rooms in there,
of
so
course,
you all get covered in crap. You put it on a drying room, and sometimes you just got to reach in, grab it, run and get it. And I'd never noticed I'd had that for the rest of my career. I've been wearing the same one and never actually looked inside. I think I only probably bought that 3 times anyway, but. Yeah. Stephen Lovering says, hi all from sunny Devon. Just made 50 litre farm. I just made 50 litres of farm cider, 8%. We'll send you a few bottles up when you finish. Wow.
I am a big cider fan.
I am as well. I've been drinking cider since I was a kid, Stephen. So yeah, thank you very much.
Good man.
Well, when he's finished it, I don't understand what he says.
Well, he's letting it. You've got to let it sit, don't you? He's just made it. So
Once it's gone through up here now, it's in the bottle, yeah.
I think he means he's brewing it still.
Yeah. Jonas says that Jason's Simulator is not good for the drinking game.
Can I just point something out? I was talking to Ottar earlier because we're friends, and he messaged me occasionally, and I was listening to a podcast this morning, and Ottar confirmed this is true. If you're in Sweden, they eat banana on pizza.
I didn't know that.
And Ottar said, and I said, is this true, buddy? Because I heard it on a podcast on the bus on the way in. And he went, yes, it's true. He said, you have banana on pizza, and quite often it's paired with salted peanuts, which I actually think would be quite nice if
I've had banana and salted.
If you think about that.
Peanuts are fine mix. I've had, because you have banana and peanut.
On a pizza, I'm guessing with
I
cheese.
have banana and peanut butter sandwiches. They're gorgeous.
But imagine that on a pizza.
But banana and peanut butter on pizza, I can think I am actually.
Yeah, and apparently it's a big thing.
You are talking about the nation that does the frog dance.
I know. It's
so
just like we sort of find out a Swedish. We find a Swedish fact out every week.
We definitely need to visit Sweden. Michael Cooley says, any new kids magic back in stock?
Got some good stuff coming, haven't we?
Well, we have got. There's something new coming that's quite exciting. I'm quite looking forward to. I'll keep that under my invisible hat for now. But we've got a lot of restocks of bigger things. Did I tell you about them? I'll explain later.
Fishing?
What's a sort of whip?
Okay. Shane
for
says,
children.
Shane says, hey guys, what's up? Stay well and cheerful. And you, Shane. Jerry, morning Dave. Morning Jerry, hope all is well, buddy. Finley says, looking forward to coming into help next week. Looking forward to having you, Finley. Lee says, hey everyone, I was on call with my dad. I told him the show's starting. Dwight Baldwin says, sell me something expensive to piss off the wife.
Smoke Watch, it's brilliant.
We try not to sell you stuff as such. We just try to enlighten you as to what's good or bad, but we never try and do a sell or hard sell.
But it is brilliant.
If you don't get this, Dwight, you're probably going to die. You know,
in fairness,
your whole life will fall apart, will have no meaning, and
people will just laugh at you. You'll just be wearing that L forever.
You'll go into depression. That'll lead to drugs and rock and roll and all that stuff.
But you are right though, Alex. You will just think that is a watch. I mean, that is.
She'll never know.
Yeah, it's just a cheap Casio, love. Don't worry about it.
And then you can.
Doesn't even work.
You can do some wind-ups on her. Get some smoke, you know. Maybe when she's drying her hair or got her hair tongs out, you can sort of pick it up and say, "Let's on fire, it's smoking." And that will freak her out. David Harris says you have to pass a theory test before you can take a driving test. Oh, I see. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
How do you pronounce that? Is that Message, Peter? It says, Dave, you have something on your nose. Do I? Probably a big zip. But thank you.
Do?
Yeah. They're playing a drinking game saying
yes.
that I can get him to touch his nose.
Oh, right, okay.
George says I should be able to send a lot of those bookmarks to you and give you when you sell a book.
Oh, good idea.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you, George.
Little PropDog ones, that'd be good, wouldn't they?
Don's there. Don somebody, never heard of him. Don Nerfield, heard of him?
Lavelle?
No, never heard of him. Never heard of him. He says, thank you for the brilliant customer service as always when I popped into PropDog earlier in the week, guys. It all makes the hassle of driving down there that much more worth it. And you are most welcome, Don.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much.
It's good to see you.
Brett says, is it reasonable to quit my job so I don't have to miss the PropDog Live again?
Yeah.
Well, we'd expect nothing more of that, Brett.
I mean, it depends what your job is.
Yeah.
If you're a fireman or something, I'd stick with it. Sorry, lads, I'm not going up the ladder today. I'm just watching the intro.
Hold on, love. Just wrap yourself in a wet towel.
Just breathe deeper.
George says, do you think Quantum by Kelly Morelli is good for close-up? It is, yeah, but it does take a lot of practice, George, an awful lot of practice. But it is also good for social media as well.
And you need to make sure you get the right size, because there's lots of size options, aren't there, for Quantum? No, hold on, what am I thinking of? What was the other thing?
Not Quantum.
No, I'm not.
Quantum is a card with the pen goes
What's
through.
What's the thing that he did with loads that we bought from Theory and we had to get loads of sizes? That was by Kalen. It's under here.
Oh, that's the ring thing.
Oh, I'm thinking about something different. Ignore me.
Ryan says, hi, how is it already Friday again? Can CTC/Leap be performed with signed coins?
Yes, CTC can be.
Yeah, it just takes a little bit of handling, working out on the handling. So yeah.
CTG.
Yeah. Leap.
Leap.
Well, it's not
strange.
well. Do you perform it with the? Well, yeah.
I don't know if coin to if he is actually talking about coin to can. I don't know.
Talking about coin to glass.
CTG.
I thought you said CTC.
Did I?
Okay.
Oh, CTG and Leap.
Right, yeah. So coin to glass can be. I've never performed Leap.
And Leap can be as well. Yeah.
Right.
Jonas says yes. Oh, there you go. There's your answer. Hi, Alex. He says, love the intro. Will there be any demos today? Are we going to demo anything physically?
No,
we're
one
going to
early,
briefly
didn't we?
kind of demo something for that, but not really as such. Miracle
Not
Monte,
usually.
So we've done for the book corner. I've already recorded the trick for it, haven't we?
So maybe not so much live demos, but there will be some demos as such. Yeah, it's not always feasible to do a demo for something live. Some products in the shop, there's no point learning to dem them. It's something we'll probably never dem, and to send the guys away for 4 or 5 hours to practice well enough to do it on a dem. It's just
to do it live is hard.
To do it live, it's just not cost effective to do sometimes.
We also, because of the bank holiday, we also haven't had our we haven't had a big order in this week, so we haven't had a lot new in this week, have we?
Yeah, well, in the past we've done more stuff live, and sometimes it doesn't always go quite as well, and we have received a bit of stick for it. So we like to make sure that if we are going to dem something, we do it competently first, or if it's something that doesn't really matter if you don't get it 100%.
I might try and put a few tricks from the books up on the old blog when I get a chance. I can just sort of film them as and when.
Yep.
Yeah. I can always talk about my handling and do a quick brief handling what we're talking about with that.
Yeah, that's
so,
true.
We can kind of do a demo, something, just an idea we're playing with as well. Yeah. Josh says, I recently found out that an A2 sized Art Academy case is the perfect size to your large size close-up pads. Well, thank you for that, Josh. That's a good little tip.
That is a helpful tip.
I'll look into that. We are going to get some neoprene pad cases, little zip cases made up for them as well. So it'll be like a little laptop case where you have a little zip across there and it'll be neoprene, you'll slide it in. So we are looking at doing those.
Bobo, what are you doing?
That's where she bites it and then gives her head like that to be tickled, as if to say, look, tickle me or I'll bite your pad. Amber says, oops, I was on the wrong account name. That's what I'm saying, Amber, you changed your name. Nick Crown says, hello guys, hello mate, I hope all is well, bud, it's been a while. Paul Sunderland says, has Alex come off the fence? RECTG review. Laugh out loud.
Right, you were pretty wedged on that fence, weren't you? I mean,
do you want to talk about it now? While we're talking,
CTG, we'll talk about it now. So
have a quick chat about it, and then I'll get a glass and a coin.
Okay, so all right, let's be transparent. Let's be transparent with it then. So we've removed the review for those of you that are trying to find it, because we had Peter get in touch and have some worries that he didn't think it was fair, that we needed to he'd like us to remove some elements of it. So we're going to re-record it. Well, we're thinking of re-recording it, aren't we? Just to put in what we think needs to be said.
Yes. I think we've erred on the side of caution.
Yeah, in all honesty, I don't think it needed to be removed. But you know, we don't actively go out there to upset people. So you know, if we can do a review that he feels is a bit fairer, then so be it. The points still stand, and the points will still be the same in the new one. The reason whoever it was that said as Alex is on the fence was we were struggling with it because we like the actual product, but I like the actual product and think the mechanics and the actual working of the product is really, really good. Whereas Alex is of the opinion, and I was of the opinion, that trick in itself, because of how it works, and regardless of whether we sort of showed how it worked on the video or not, people aren't stupid. They're going to work out what's happening. And that was kind of one of the issues that Peter had with it. And it's a lot of money for just that one thing. But then saying that, Smokewatch is a lot of money for just that one thing. So it's quite hard. It's quite hard to give a concise opinion, because I think as a product, if you're looking at it as a product, it does what it does. It works every time, so long as you do things right, and the trick is good. But at the same time, I think it's a lot of money for what it is, and there are better things out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard. It's really hard for me to think that for £90, which to me is a lot of money, for that, I just think, well, the effect, the power of that effect for £90 isn't really enough for me, and I do think it's quite transparent, the method.
But what it does bring to the table is the fact that it's remote. It's remote, so you don't have to be anywhere near it when the actual effect happens. Leap and Roller Coaster are both less expensive, and I think I prefer Leap for the reason that it actually jumps into the glass and is a bit more impossible. And you like Roller Coaster, didn't you? Because
I like
you
roller
can use it
coaster.
for lots of other things. And you found out today something interesting about it, didn't
Yeah, I
you?
was just playing with it. You can put roller coaster upside down on the top of the glass and then hit it, and the foot
coin
falls through.
appears.
And
that's
I
another way.
prefer that because visually it's impossible to see what's going on then. And it's also quite impossible. I don't know. I just prefer it that way. So.
And then before we filmed our review, we were talking about it with Dave, and we kind of came up with a version that we liked better.
Yeah, I mean, just a nice little impromptu version that you can do yourself. You can say to somebody, like, I'm going to get this, coin or whatever, and I'm going to put it through the deck of cards into the glass, like that. A little impromptu way of doing it. Okay.
And the value of the props included with that, Dave?
Well, nothing.
10p.
Yeah.
Well, the
10p.
deck of cards you need, £3. And I honestly think, other than
But also, you
other
see
than the
here,
fact it isn't remote control, other than the fact that it isn't remote,
Yeah.
it's as good as any of them.
But you can also, you can take, you can.
And
You,
it can be
the other thing about
And it can be
CTG,
signed.
the other thing about CTG is you can't. Oh no.
Still there. Aha. Yeah.
There you go.
Very good.
Amazing, isn't it?
The other thing about CTG is you've got to somehow ring in this card case that you can't actually use. So whereas
Yes.
with a simple bit of sleight of hand, you've got your cards out, you've done your card trick, you've put them away.
And after the effect, you are as dirty as you can be. Like it's not even a case of having a card case there, is it?
Oh, you've got to take out a card case, but
No,
not the
but
cards.
you know what I mean. At the
Yeah.
end, at the end,
Yeah.
if
you
somebody
take-
picks up the card case, it's game over. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Some people like it. Some people that just want to do one trick and can get rid of the evidence. It's really good. It is really good, and I think that was the problem, because I think Peter thought we were ragging on it, but really, I quite liked it.
If you want to do this version, by the way, all you need is a deck of cards, a coin, and a second coin. There. So all you're doing is have a coin in fingertip rest, take a deck of cards, hold it in that hand, and you're just going to put that coin and that kind of deck of cards on there. And the moment you move that, it's going to drop in.
And we don't know if anybody's done that in the past.
No idea if they did.
It's purely something we came up with within 5 minutes.
Now, if you wanted to do it with a signed coin, all you do is you get that set up like that, and you get yourself a double-faced coin. Okay, so if you get yourself, for example, a double-tailed coin, okay, and pass them on the head and get them sign the name on the head, and then you do it, and you do the move like that. Of course, being a double-tailed coin, it's going to be tails in there, and you can say, oh, now this, in theory, should be your coin. You bring it out like that, still tails up, and as you go to turn it, you're just going to grab the other coin and just turn it over like that, and then you can show that it is the one with their signature on it, and then you're clean. You've got the switch coin here. So
I'll tell you what I like about that. So Tommy Wonder talks about spoon feeding people, and by having that first arrive not being signed,
yeah.
they're impressed with that, so that registers a moment of amazement.
Yeah.
And then they've got the other
Second set of
question:
amazement, yeah.
is that? And then they go, "Core blimey," and you get a second.
Yeah.
So you almost get two reactions for one.
We did also have, well, weirdly, for 5 minutes of sort of messing around with it, we did come up with two handlings for it, didn't we?
Oh,
as well?
there were so many handlings going on.
Just very quickly, just to show you guys the
From this angle.
the move on here. So do you want to sort of come down a bit just so you can see? So
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
upside
hello.
down. There you go. All right. So if you're going to sign it like this, let's say you signed it.
This is a normal coin you're signing.
Yeah,
right?
so this will be your double headed coin or whatever it is, and all you're going to do, fingertip rest like that. You're just going to come over. Can you get down a bit more?
Yeah.
And you're just going to turn it over. Like, in fact, sorry, my bad. The sign one will be in your hand over here. So you're going to get like that.
It's fine.
Yeah,
You've got
and
the
you're
idea.
just going to basically turn it over like that, and that's as simple
It
as
looks-
that.
it's pretty good from
And
that
the
angle.
loading the coin, all you're going to do is that goes underneath there like that, and just going to lay it on top like that, and you can see the coin is just balanced
Yep.
like that. So as soon
Yeah,
as you
look-
touch it, it goes in like that.
A little bit of practice to get it
Don't
right.
perform it that way, by the way, because it doesn't look as good when the coin's like that. You've got to do it that way around.
Just thinking about that, you can justify the passing of the coin. So if you say that's their coin, you can justify the picking up the cards by moving the glass, and then
Yeah.
you sort of mean you've got a reason for transferring the coin to set it up.
Just a nice little simple version.
Well, the other one we came up with was just that if you had it signed, so we're back on the main camera, You could do a transfer, and then with the hand that you've transferred it with, you could load the coin onto the glass that way, and then do the same.
Yeah, do a repeat. Yeah, do a repeat. Yeah, of course. And then
So
yeah, or of course you could just, if it was, if you're looking for the silent one, once you poured that one out, you could just say, here, check it, it's got your signature on it, and then just.
Yeah, but if for any reason you didn't have your double head or your double tail coin, just legitimately sign it one side, get them to sign it, false transfer it, load the coin there, and Bob's your uncle.
And
actually, your aunt.
don't you have to do a false transfer anyway with the others?
Yeah.
So for doing the same slide, you can do virtually the same
cost
trick.
you
in
£3.
Transfer, French drop, yeah, whatever you want.
Yep.
Right, let's get on. I hope you
It's
enjoyed
not,
that, guys.
it's not remote though.
Kind of a dem-ish. Right.
That's better than a den. That's a trick they could do tonight for nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. Andy says, love the CTG review and the nice and honest from Alex.
Thanks for saying nice, Andy.
Lovely review, Alex. Lovely.
I don't get a lot of nice.
Yeah. Well, baby, firstly. No, do you want a hand?
99% of the time, you are pretty conscientious to people. You just say that you're not ragging on them specifically. People do get very personal about their products being given a negative review. So maybe they should release
George
better
said,
things.
did you see the David Blaine with the balloons? Yeah, he popped in the shop the other day, bought some balloons. It was really nice of him. So yeah, we saw that. Yeah. No, Ascension. Yes, we did see Ascension, and it has a little bit of relevance later on in the show as well. So yes, something to look forward to. It was amazing, says Liam. Pete Donnelly. Yes, start of the new job is now officially Captain Donnelly. Captain
Donnelly.
Captain.
Captain in what? What's he joined?
Army. He's got his commission.
Oh?
Yeah, he was a warrant officer, he's now captain. So, yeah, nice little desk job. Andrew says, hi guys, hope all is well. We are all well, thanks. Finley says, hold on guys, I just got a PayPal payment from someone called Frank Valenti. There's a lot of money in there. Who knows?
Yeah.
Paul Sutherland says, get you Pete Donnelly. Well done, pal. Some places in the US do also, says Walter. I'm not sure what that's in reference to.
I thought Walter said he wasn't going to watch the live because he had the dog trainer coming around or something.
He did say that anyway.
Walter!
Mike Brymer says, my doctor says banana a day is good for the colon. Just wish you told me that earlier. That I should eat it. I'll post that one up there.
Oh dear.
Ottar says, yeah, the PropDog road trip to Sweden needs to happen, really. Yeah, it'll probably be just me. Yeah, I don't know.
I'll go the week after. We'll do a ball game thing, Ottar, instead.
No, I just wonder whether Mila and Mike could look after the shop on their own. All three of us can go.
Easy they manage. Mila's the driving force.
Absolutely. Stephanie says, but the real question is the smoke watch a trick? Should it be on the list?
Oh, be quiet.
Right,
Don't start that again.
What about if you just went...
Start that again.
The smoke from my hands, that's a magic trick.
What I have noticed, though, is someone that won't be named, curly hair, looks like Rick Astley, keeps swapping these round.
You see, an accessory would be like a
so
thumb
stop
tip
it,
holder.
Mila.
A thumb tip holder or rubber cement would be an accessory. Or a jumbo coin holder. Or...
It's definitely.
You know you're both wrong,
nah.
don't you?
I run the shop, so I am never wrong.
This is
just the whole bullying thing. You just neither. Why can't either
Hang
you
on,
be
you're
big
a
enough?
fine one to talk about bullying. Touche.
We won't be going any further on that topic.
I think you both need to man up and just realise you've made a mistake and that the smoke watch is just an accessory and should be dropped down a
You're
bit.
fired. Get out. Don't argue with the boss.
Yeah, look what happened to who was in last week? Who was Josh? Look what happened to Josh.
Yeah.
Nobody's seen him since, and he's not on the live.
He's doing my jobs, wasn't he?
Jonas says, we all eat pizza with pineapple, curry powder, banana, salted peanuts and chickens on the same pizza.
Wow.
Is that just like a smorgasbord pizza?
That does sound good though.
There again, the amount of drinking games Jonas plays, that probably explains a
anything.
lot. I mean, yeah.
He'll eat anything after a
What's
live.
in the cupboard? Oh, that'll do.
Surely they should be having herring and that sort of stuff on.
Oh, what's the fermented herring?
Ottar sent me a picture of that today.
Yeah, I really want to taste that.
Of the smelliest
I
food in the
wanna
world.
taste it, yeah.
He sent me a photo. This is
wanna
how it
taste
came
it.
about.
See, if that had been in the box,
should be a
that would have
PropDog
been
challenge,
hilarious.
yeah.
Ottar, send us some herring, and
Yes.
I will pay you for
All right,
herring.
if we get the fermented herring, will all three of you try? Well, all three of us
I'll
try
try it.
Will you
Yeah,
two try
of course.
I'm not scared of a bit of herring.
On the live, we're going to try that.
I'd rather do that than eat that
Gotta read it.
pizza.
With a banana pizza chaser. Yeah.
Right, are there wage packets on the shelf under the coin magic? Says Roy Brownlow.
Oh yeah. Where is it? Yeah, here.
So wage packets. Yeah. I'm a good boss.
For the last 2 years.
Yeah. Rich says, Jason, you're thinking of a dress one by Conan Murray. You're thinking of dress one. Dress one?
No, you weren't actually.
I'm
You
not.
was thinking
Dress
of.
code?
You was
Not. Dress
thinking of.
That.
Well,
Odyssey.
Ah, Odyssey. Right. Okay. Yeah.
I just remembered.
Yeah.
Odyssey.
Gerald says, hello guys, always stay safe, best customer service in the world, watching from Norway and Philippines. Well, thank you, Gerald. There's a few people in America that might people in America might disagree with that at the moment, but there we go.
In Norway and the Philippines.
Is that good?
Don't dress
clever.
code, he says. Yep, there we got that one. Yeah, maybe he's got a split personality.
Maybe.
Charlie says, had trouble with my current smoke device, Smoke Pro, looking good for a robust one. That's not too expensive and can easily get refills. What do you recommend? Well, refills, any refill will work with anyone. All it is glycerine and vegetable oil. Nothing 2.0 was really good in the first few batches, but the last batches they sent were just going wrong all the time.
I honestly think with stuff like this now, the more I've seen of them, I think this is you can't really sort of scrimp on one. I just think you get what you pay for with them. It's the same with the sound system at a gig. It's kind of, you can't really get around it, can you? You're never going to get a cheap one.
Smokewatch is brilliant. We've had no problems with it so far.
None at all.
It's very expensive.
It's very expensive, but if you're going to use it, I think it's a
but
worthwhile
people like
investment.
Charlie, it's a bit expensive, isn't it?
Oh,
Some
I
people want a
agree,
better
I
version.
agree.
I mean, I would suggest get yourself an e-cigarette, get yourself some latex tubing, get yourself a little air blower for keyboards or keyboard dusters. Find a way to attach that to it, put it under your arm. You've got one there that's going to be bomb-proof because the e-cigarette will go every single time until it runs out because they spend millions of pounds on developing these things. And there's no electronics to go wrong because you've got the little pouch under there. Maybe get a bit of band to strap around.
You could probably get a Trevor Duffy smoke mountain thing relatively cheap now, I would have thought. Now they've all got electronic and stuff, I'd look on for those because they do function just absolutely fine.
Yeah.
It's just a bit more of a hookup.
And he says, wanted to know whether Accomplice and Poker Test 2 are any good. Accomplice I don't know about. Poker Test 2 is pretty good until the friction coating wears off and then you've got to recoat it again. But yeah, it's good if you want to do something on social media and do it about 40-50 times before it starts wearing out. It is pretty good.
What's Accomplice? Why do I feel that?
Yeah.
That is the card. You put the card in the card box and it.
Oh,
goes into your
Accomplice,
pocket.
the Danny
Weiser
and
Yeah.
David Regal
Oh,
thing.
right, okay.
Yeah, it's
There
new.
you go.
We'll have that coming in next week.
Danny
Steve
the
Faulkner,
Wiser.
hello mate, I hope all is well. He says, oh, what trick? Late to the party. What trick? What trick? What trick?
Coin to
Missed
your
it?
coin to glass, Dave.
Okay. George says some person was revealing tricks on YouTube like level 1 and whole 2.0. Vanishing Ink made him delete all the videos though. Oh, good stuff.
Well done, Vanishing Ink.
Yeah, apparently somebody was revealing my impossible card balance on TikTok. I did have a quick look, but I couldn't find it. But there again, it's impossible with so many millions of people out there. So just hopefully no one else will be able to find it. Stefan says, I don't mind that the method of CTG is transparent, but when I saw it performed, it was also visible. Not sure if that was to blame on the performance or the working of the gimmick.
Well, that's what I said to Jason. I think what you've got to do is to sort of pretend to be throwing the coin up, so they follow your eyes, and then
It's tough though because you can't do that
have
on
the coin
camera,
try
can
and
you?
appear when you're still looking elsewhere. You don't want them actually looking at it. You want them to hear it and then turn to look.
Which is a flaw because when you're doing it on a static cam, A, you can rewind it and watch it again and again.
Yeah.
B, unless the camera goes.
Yeah, but if you're doing it live for people,
If you're doing it fine, if you're doing it live, fine.
Doing it live, you want to have some sort of direction them away from where it comes from, which.
Yeah.
Hold your hands out. You want to be in a situation where nobody knows where the coin actually comes from.
That's
It's
Michael,
like
Michael Lamar. So I think probably what happened there was he focused everyone's attention on where and when it was going to appear, and I don't think it's good enough for that. It's
a
good
big enough
area. It's good enough if you go watch.
Yeah.
Paul says, RECTG, I agree with Alex, and I don't think the honest personal review should be pulled because the creator doesn't like it. Honestly, it was make PropDog the success it is. We had rather an unfortunate, not incident, but episode last week because of one of our reviews. It caused a hell of a storm. Sometimes there's just shit happens. Frank says, Frank Valenti, that it says, David Acker has an effect with Quarterman in his Natural Selections Volume 2 to 3 Coins to Glass. Alex should check it out. There you go.
I do. Unfortunately, my book collection is elsewhere. But actually, it's probably going to be in the best of, isn't it? Yeah, thanks, Frank.
Yeah.
Look up.
Awesome. Jonas says that impromptu version of Coins in Glass has been around a couple of decades, I think.
Yeah, we figured it had been.
Yeah, it must have been around somebody, yeah. Liking Dave's Coin to Glass idea. Pete Meacham says, I'm getting some double-sided coins now. Dwight, how about my wife? Loving this handling, thanks for sharing. He said, I just come up on the spot, but as I said, if somebody else has done it, then I apologise if I've revealed anything, but I've never seen it. I'm sure somebody's done it somewhere. She never showed up, says Walter. Ryan Adams says, Poker Test 2 is very good package check and it's very honest, very easy to perform. Thanks for that, Ryan. Robert Van Buren, I agree, Alex's smoke watch is an accessory, or Alex's smoke watch is an accessory. Liam says, just came up with an idea. Instead of it jumping into the glass, make it seem like it's meant to jump into the glass but ends up in the plastic seal of the deck.
Did we not do that?
Yeah, we did that as well.
That was another handling.
There we go. Ottar says, on my OMG, you have no idea what a can of worms or rotten fish you just opened, boys.
Uh-oh.
I'm borrowing that gas mask when we open the next.
I'm just wondering whether Rob Bradbury's now ticking away thinking, Darren says, when you're getting some more medium Bonsall oats.
Yeah.
When? The company that makes them still have most of their staff on furlough, and I must have emailed 30 times in the last 2 months just trying to find out when. Yeah, I don't know. Best thing to do at the moment, if you need them desperately, get some large Bonsall oats and just fold them over slightly and they'll still work completely fine. David Burlett, bonjour, my friend. I hope all is well over there, and nice to see you joining us live. Steve Faulkner says, the one you got told off about. We can always tell you about that a little later on, or you can always check the Genie forums, maybe. Jonas says, I don't think any airline or postal service will be processing surströmming fermented herring, as the tins actually can blow and expand from the gas from fermentation. Wow. Okay, maybe we're not
Ottar will find a way.
Yeah.
Just stick up the drone and fly it over.
Ottar will have some massive cannon. Aim it. Stephen Faulkner says, CTH, G, FFS.
That was what. Okay, so that was the most recent review we pulled was CTG.
No, not CTH.
No, CTG's got G.
No, this is something else.
But there was a previous.
There was a previous one that's not around anymore. Ottar says, true, Jonas, but I have the contacts in London. Oh, come on. Jonas says, Ottar, but how do we get into London, or does IKEA sell it? Pete Meacham just realised my wife was watching. Finish later. Trouble. Right, okay, we've caught up with the comments. We can do something else. Yay!
What do you want to do?
Well, can I just mention that Mel's book's back in stock?
Yes, the amazing Mel Mellers has kindly sent us some more books.
Yep, so this sold out really, really quickly, not only with us, but also at Murphy's the wholesaler. Fortunately, we got hold of Mel, and Mel has a few copies, so we've managed to get some directly from him. So please get them when you can. I really, really like it. It is very thin, but it's just crammed full of, I can't remember how many tricks are in it now. There's about 10 on there. I'd say there's about 20, 25 tricks all crammed in. They're all really good. They're all easy to do. He really knows his methods, and I love it. Good humour. Brilliant. Well done, Mel.
Right, yeah, thanks, Mel. Jason and Alex both did a little interview this week with Richard Young with reference to
the changing cards.
So we have done a little shorter snippet. How long is the actual interview for, do you know?
It's about half an hour.
About half an hour, and that's on the PropDog Lounge, is it?
It will be soon once my computer has finished processing it.
So yeah, we've got the interview with Richard. We've done a short little snippet, about 10 minutes long, for you guys to watch now. So enjoy a little interview with Richard Young. Ooh, that worked. Hang on, they can't actually see that. Let me just zoom in.
I'm not doing it again.
Should have checked that. Hang on. Can we zoom
do it again. Turn around and do it again.
Lean over.
An interview with Richard Young.
It'll do. It'll do. Right.
I mean, the first time was flawless.
Over to Richard.
Thank you for agreeing to talk to us about your changing cards and the new release. It's very exciting. How do you feel about bringing it to the market?
Yeah, it's really, really exciting. So I don't know if you know the history of it, but it was invented by Bob Swadling back in the early 90s. And when I was a kid, I absolutely loved them. Bob taught me magic when I was a teenager, so we've always kept in touch. He's been retired now for quite a number of years, and it's something we've talked about, is sort of bringing them back. But, you know, there's never been the right time until a pandemic, as it turns out. So, yeah, that's kind of why they're back. We finally had time to do it. Bob's taught me how to make them, you know, with love and care, like his always used to be back in the day. So we've had a really fun few months kind of, well, learning how to make them, but also what's been so great, I don't know if you've seen the Changing Cards Instagram page, we're at Changing Cards, but it's been great seeing lots of new young magicians play with them and come up with great new handlings and ideas. So if you like a good flap card, have it, which I know Alex doesn't, by the way, but I saw the review, Alex. But no, I appreciated you said if you were ever going to buy a flap card, you'd buy one of these. So yeah, there's lots of cool videos on our Instagram page of young magicians, you know, playing around with them. And Rob James came up with a great new hand-to-hand throw. Harry DeCruz came up with some great ideas. So did Simon Lipkin. And so yeah, they've just been great fun to. It's been a great project. Sort of kept me busy during all this madness.
Bob's in America, isn't he? So were you over there for a period of time?
So yeah. So Champions of Magic obviously tours around in America. So I was on a 5-month tour last year, and I had a week off, and I went down to Florida, and so we met up and we talked about it in January, and I said let's do it, and it was like, yeah, okay. And then actually when obviously everything went crazy, I kind of dropped him a message and said now's probably the time to do it. So the way I've actually learned how to do them is how to make them is just through FaceTime calls basically, and sending them to Bob for Bob to check, and then him saying that's not good enough, go back and do it again. So I dread to work out what my hourly rate is on this. It's probably not very good. It's been very much a passion project, but I've loved seeing people really like them and have a great magic shop like PropDog stock them as well, which is yeah, really, really great. You guys have been having fun with them there too, right?
We love them. I mean, the thing that impressed me the most is considering they're handmade by you, they are such high quality. You know, the ones that you've sent us a few demos, and we were so impressed with them, weren't we? I mean, we laugh about Alex not liking flat cards, but that was high praise indeed for him to say, if I was going to use one, it would be these. You don't know the backstory of how much he hates flat cards, but Alex saying that he'd go with them if he wanted to, if he was going to do it, he'd go with yours is very, very high praise.
The construction is very, very clever. I have to admit that when you see them and how they're made, the fact that it is very, very strong and isn't going to get snagged and will lay flat, to me, it is a huge plus. And I hadn't seen that before. So I think Bob was definitely...
I think all of Alex's criticisms of flat cards are absolutely fair enough. You know, this is a changing card here. So the thing that you'll notice is that there's no lines on it. There's no sliding panels. There's no elastic thread. There's nothing to break. I think you probably may have seen a lot of the reviews that have come out. We've had 4 or 5 independent reviews, and they've all said that these are extremely durable and will last you a long time. I had a flat card that Bob Swadling made for me back in the 90s. I've still got it. Like, it's gone a bit rubbish. You know, it's the card though that's gone rubbish, not the mechanics of how it is. So they'll last you a long, long time. But I think, yeah, the fact there's no sliding panels, no lines to cover things up, there's no elastic thread, means, you know, they're a good purchase, really.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's really, really good.
So many options.
I mean, I sent you guys a huge stock of them a few days ago, and I've looked on your website and seen that they're already nearly out of stock again. So yeah, that's right. I think the most popular one that you guys can't seem to keep in stock is the Harry DeCruz Ace and Queen Transpo. So if you've not seen this, it's just a 2-card effect. I'll try and do this in my own hand. You put the hand out like this. They get the Queen. You have the Ace. You throw it in the air. It becomes the Queen, and then the Ace is in their hand. So it's a beautiful, ready to go, you know, routine. You get both cards included, one of which, the one that goes in their hand, obviously is just a normal card, and then you get the changing card as well, which does all its work. So this has by far been our most popular one. I think magicians really like it because it's a finished routine, basically. Whereas with some of the others, it's kind of for your own interpretation. I've got one here which you also stock. This has been custom made for a customer. The lady who has ordered this wanted the colours to be in slightly different order, but basically this is a back changer. So the idea is you can let's give a little shake. It turns like this, then it will change again, and then it will change one more time. So this is not a routine, but you can obviously include it any way you like, slip it into your deck. They're fine to sit in a deck of cards in their set position. You don't want to keep them like that overnight, but if they're in a box for 20 minutes, half an hour, that's going to be absolutely fine. Yeah. They'll still work in their open position. So the way that you get them to last a long time is to make sure that they're stored flat, when you're not using them. And as long as you do that, they will last you a long, long time. And obviously you can do that in the packaging that's supplied. It will sit in the envelope that it comes in perfectly.
And you make each one by hand. I'm assuming now at your parents' kitchen table.
I was making some earlier, yeah. Yeah, I do. Every single changing card, there's no one helping me. I make them from start to finish. Each one takes, I've got it to just sort of under an hour now. I can do, the record I've set was 50 minutes. And that was me working as fast as I could. But yeah, roughly speaking, they take about an hour to make. So yeah, they're made with love and care. It's hugely for me, obviously, that Bob's very important to me, and they've still got his name attached to them. And when back in the day when Swaddling Magic existed, just like PropDog, he had a fantastic reputation, and so I feel a kind of obligation to make sure when people are receiving these that they identify them very much still as a swaddling product. Not only that, but also with the quality of Swaddling Magic when the company was around years ago. And I know you guys understand that everything you sell is, the stuff that Dave makes downstairs is always diligently made and always works perfectly. So yeah, that's kind of the thing for me. That's very important.
Does Bob know how successful they're being, how appreciative everyone is? Is he as excited as everyone?
Yeah, so Bob and Val live in Florida now, and it's been really lovely. The best one for me personally, the best bit of this project is we've really reconnected. Every day almost I'll send them a new video of some youngster who's bought it from PropDog, throwing it in the air and coming up with something new. And I think Bob and Val both really love that, seeing youngsters playing with them and doing. I mean, and some of there's a Luke Osland, Luke.
I know the name, yeah. Look
at Luke Osland's his Instagram. I mean, he came up with something. I mean, I made it, and I wasn't sure how it was done. The same with there's a brilliant young magician called Ashley Goodwin. She's based in Manchester. She just posted a video yesterday of the one that you stock, the 4-face changing card. Well, what's great is that you can just do that if you want, but Ashley also incorporated a little bit of sleight of hand as well. And so suddenly this card changed face 6 times, and I'm watching it going, what's going on? I don't know how she's done it.
Yeah,
they're self-working. Yeah, they're self-working if you want them to be, but also if you want to add them and add a bit of sleight of hand and stuff, you can do that too. Because like we said, they're very durable. You can be a little bit aggressive with them, and they're not going to break at all. So.
Yeah, that was something that impressed me, was the durability, because that first one that you sent us, we've laughed and joked about catching. That one must have been dropped 30 or 40 times within the first 30 or 40 minutes of it being in the shop.
You were talking about catching them. If you really want a challenge and you enjoy it, then buy the Lucky Lady, which you guys stock. This is the Lucky Lady because you have to catch 2 cards on this one. So this is how you show a royal flush. Just 2 cards. So obviously for a royal flush you need a 9 and also a 10. You also need a jack and a queen. But to get the full house at poker, you also need a king and also an ace with red backs. Otherwise you'll be cheating. Catching with your left hand when you've already got something in your right is a bit of a challenge. So you do like a little bit of a challenge. That's a fun one to play with. And yeah, you guys stop that. That one's a really good deal actually, because it's $39.99 on your website, and actually you get 2 changing cards. So the rest of them, as you see, they're all £25 each. But with the Lucky Lady, you get 2 changing cards for $39.99, and you get your PropDog loyalty points as well, fellas.
Yeah, thanks for the plug there, Richard, with the points.
I think I actually prefer that Lucky Lady to the Ace and the
It's awesome. The Lucky Lady's great.
Guys, I've got an exclusive for PropDog if you want it. It's at prototype stage. But we're going to hopefully bring back something that Bob sold 30 years ago, and hopefully PropDog will stock it. This is not available at the moment. This is like the Ace and Queen transfer. I think people will like because it's a complete routine. So it's a card trick. You can see that they're all different. Would you do me a favour, Alex, and as I drop the cards, sorry, I need to remember to keep them in shot here, don't I? As I drop them, please say stop. Stop. Before I run out of cards, yeah, there you go. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you very well. Terrible force. There you go. Do you remember the card?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to mix it into the deck. If I don't get your card within 3 guesses, I will pay you £20. Is that all right?
You do know this is recorded. People have. Oh, you've got evidence. You've said that now.
Okay, I think your card now is on the bottom. This is your card, right?
No.
No? Okay, you've got 2 more guesses. Is it this one?
No.
No. On the top?
No.
Oh, okay, it's gone wrong. I'll have to pay you the money. I don't have any cash. Do you, by any chance, do you accept? Can I pay by credit card? Do you accept American Express?
Yeah. I'd rather not, actually.
You do. Yeah, there's high fees on Amex cards. So with this, we can. I dropped it, but there you go. Changes into the the card itself. So I'll do that one more time. So yeah, it's here, and then it changes again. So yeah, this is going to be. Bob used to sell this years ago. It's an Amex card. This is only at prototype stage. The one that we're going to hopefully have in stock soon is. It's going to be a little bit different in its construction, but you get the general idea of what it's going to be. So hopefully that will be out in the next month or so. And I'm sure it'll be available at your favourite magic shop, PropDog.
Right, so there we go. Yeah, thanks guys for doing the interview, Richard. It's a bit long, that, so I apologise for that. But yeah, if you want to see the full half-an-hour interview, just go to the PropDog Lounge, and it should hopefully be up tomorrow, do you reckon?
Yeah, just got to wait for
up tomorrow. So yeah, really good insight there. And Bob Swaddling, Jonas says on here, Bob Swaddling producing great products back in the day. His coin box was marvellous. Yeah, I think Bob was a rocket engineer, if I remember rightly. So you sort of say, oh yeah, he's a rocket engineer, but he genuinely was a rocket engineer. So yeah, brilliant thinker, great mechanic and engineer.
I don't know if you saw in the video there, because I missed the first part of it. I remember obviously filming the video with Richard, but Richard did say that he was kind of his mentor, didn't he, when he was growing up? So Richard's really close to Bob, so hopefully there'll be some other stuff coming out in the future. It'll be very exciting.
Awesome. Right, okay. Walter says, is there any good ideas ever made for the JOL Wonder unit? Well, the Wonder unit, Walter, was only ever made for a confabulation routine. That's what it was designed for. There was no other uses for it other than a confabulation routine. But if you want the instructions to that, let me know. I can drop us an email. I'll email you the little instructions and handling that Jerry produced for the Wonder unit. Jonas says, Jason, how is it going with my thingy?
I haven't had chance yet, honestly. Okay. I promise I will look at it.
Okay. George says, are there any accessories for the hip wallet? Unfortunately not, George, other than some money to put in it. Andrew Lewis, Andy, hello mate, I hope all is well. He goes, I received some changing cards today and they were great, really well made. Great news, thank you. Right, that's it. Caught up with the comments. Great. So we're doing really well here. We can finish nice and early. Jason, sorry, Alex, what you got there?
Miracle Monte by Anthony Owen. Which, if you've got his book,
great Anthony.
If you've got his book Secrets, it is in there. The advantage of buying it from the Penguin product is you get all of the gimmicks, which aren't too much to get if you want to make it up yourself. But you also get the special stuff, which is quite hard to get hold of these days. So when Anthony was producing it, when Anthony was using it,
you can tell him what it is. It's fine.
Can I?
Yeah, what it says on the description what you get with it, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, you tell them what you get with it. You're not giving away the secret.
Okay, you get some zigzag blue glue.
Yeah, which is impossible to get hold of now because they've discontinued it. You might find the odd seller got a few in stock on Amazon, but in general, we used to buy it direct from the suppliers, and we can't get it anymore. So it's just brilliant stuff, zig glue. If you don't know what it is, you put it on something, it goes on blue, and then when it's dry, it goes clear, and it's just like a positionable, tacky kind of thing. It's perfect for sticking two cards together, but being able to separate them and do it multiple times.
And it is it is the best at what it does. Certainly for magicians, I've got various other products that I'm desperately trying to use, but they're not as good.
No.
They simply aren't as good. So that makes it really well worthwhile. And the routine itself is a Monte routine that I actually think really does rival stand-up Monte.
Really?
Really.
Wow.
The cards are blank apart from the Monte card. So you have one king of clubs and you have 3 blank cards. You put one of the blank cards away. They handled all 4 cards to start off with. Before you put one away in your pocket, they've handled them. And then you proceed to do the Monte routine, where obviously they're constantly picking the card in a very similar fashion to stand-up Monte, and they're never getting the right card. And you then show, in fact, there was no king at all. They're all blank, and the king was in your pocket. It is a really,
Wow.
It's easier. It's easier than stand-up Monte. It's easier to remember, and I think it's just as good. And in fact, I think actually having the cards blank makes it more powerful. I do actually think it's one of the best out there, and it's cheaper as well. So. Certainly check out the trailer. If you like what you see, it's easy, and yep, you get everything you need to remake it. If, like Dave says, a bit with the Poker Test 2, it can wear out with the change you do, and also the cards can get worn. So that's why they sell refills for stand-up Monte, because they're constantly being handled in pubs and other environments. So you can always change the cards. You don't need to buy any refills. They're normal cards. Well, I mean, you can buy the cards.
Ask me if it's good.
Is it good?
Yeah, baby.
Do you know what though? I say this to a lot of people in the shop. I think stand-up Monte, if I had to pick 5 products to always have in the shop, I think stand-up Monte would honestly be one of them. And I don't perform it very much because I don't do a lot of close-up, but it is one that I will relearn. I say relearn, remind myself of what to do the week in advance. But that is the only downside that I tell people, because if you don't perform it week in, week out, you will forget the motions. So if something's as good as that, with less things to remember, that is well worth checking out.
Plus, they have all 4 cards in their hand.
Yeah, it's brilliant. That's
so you go, look, I've got.
It's great.
I've got 3 blank cards and a king. So
I think kids would understand that as well.
Yeah,
because they'd understand that those cards have got nothing on them. I mean,
it's seriously good. I think it's about £10 cheaper.
I'm going to look at that. I'll look at that next week.
It's stunning.
How many do we have in?
Not enough, by the sounds of it.
About 5, I think. But I mean, I can remember reading it in Anthony's book Secrets and thinking that is one of the best versions you get. I made it up immediately.
£18.
Yeah, $17.99.
Wow,
not bad. There you go. Right, are we ready for Alex's book corner?
I am.
I've got a cup of tea.
Right. Well, let's go across to Alex's book corner.
Oh, the cover is not the book, so open it up and take a look, 'cause under the covers one discovers that the king may be...
It stopped. Over to Alex.
I'm going to stay with you for this one because I feel like I've got a point. I feel like I'm in on this now.
So I have been a little bit like a giggly child last week because I bought this book back in 2001, I think. I'm not sure if my memory is completely correct on that.
Give me a Y, give me an E, give me an
And I can still remember the excitement I had of actually owning this book, taking it back. It wasn't PropDog, I don't think it was around back then, and just reading it. And I can remember reading it on the train on the way home, getting so excited just about everything in this book. And again, it is by Paul Curry, and it's called Worlds Beyond. And back in, from about the 30s to the 80s, those 50 years were some of the best, most exciting times for card magic. You had Vernon, Jennings, Marlowe, Elmsley, all working together. They all communicated with other, even letters, even though on the other side of the Atlantic. And they came up with the best plots, the best premises, and also probably the best solutions for those plots back then. And ever since then, I think people have just been trying and working and recreating what those guys did.
Also, with the fewer gimmicks.
Yeah, so they didn't have, back then, obviously, you more often than not, they made their own gaffs. Ones you could buy later on would be simple. So almost everything in this book is done either no gaffs at all, or a double facer or a double backer. That's about all they had back then. And they didn't go in for the alarmingly difficult knuckle busting tricks either. So you've got no diagonal palm shifts going on there. All you have is just ingenious subterfuge and well-timed simple sleights that fly by, and they're a joy to perform. They're easy to perform, and they are so powerful. And as I was saying earlier to Jason, we did a little bit of review earlier that's on YouTube now.
It went up literally 5 minutes ago, so by the time you finish watching the live, you'll be able to watch the review and see a trick.
Yep, and the plots have these hooks, and it means you're performing. Although you've got one person helping you usually, everyone else will be drawn in. They've usually got a nice build up, and a huge payoff at the end with very little sleight of hand. So he's an absolute genius. The one trick you probably all know Paul Curry for is
stand up. Oh no, out of this world. Out of this world.
Out of this world. And that's one of those tricks that I remember Paul Daniels gave it away on one of his specials once, and I can remember hiding behind my mum and dad's green velvet sofa, stacking the deck as required, and I probably performed it every day for absolutely anyone who would watch for years.
And those that didn't.
And those that didn't want to watch got stuck with it. Those who watch it again, more often than not. And that trick has been recreated so many times. It's never really been bettered. There are various different handlings, but it doesn't matter. And Paul's way of switching the halves and stuff like that is so clever. It flies by. There's no reason to change it.
Nope.
Plus, you've got other tricks that he's really famous for, or that you may not know were his. So you've got Touch, which has been released by Penguin, and that's £30 on its own.
Yeah.
So you get Touch. It's in this book. You've got there's one gaff that you probably already own, and that's £30. So this book's £43.
So it's an absolute bargain.
It's an absolute bargain. Then you've got Open Prediction, Power of Thought, so many, and he's got some really good rope tricks in the back as well. So it's the odd coin trick, some mentalism, so how to make iffy envelopes and things like that as well. So he was an absolute genius. He really was one of the greatest magical minds that ever lived. And this is 70 tricks that he made over 50 years. And as I was saying, it's not. He was no way a one-hit wonder. He wasn't Rick Astley. He wasn't. This is. If you combined all of the great songs of the 70s and 80s into one big album, that's what this is with tricks.
It's the greatest hits.
It's the greatest hits.
Paul Curry's greatest hits.
Yes. It's a lovely book.
And it's for everyone. Like Alex showed me the trick. He did the trick on me on the review that you'll no doubt go and watch. And I said to him afterwards, I have no idea, Alex, I didn't see anything. I didn't see you do anything. Can you explain it to me? And he told me, and I went, I could do that. Like literally straight away, didn't I? I said, I had no trepidation that I could do that whatsoever, and it's brilliant. I said to him actually, didn't I? I said in my opinion, that was almost a better trick than Out of This World.
Yeah.
Really good.
And that was from my 20-year-old memory. I think 19 years ago was when I learnt that trick, and because of how well streamlined the tricks are, you can remember them. You're not having to remember, oh hang on, how many cards do I transfer, or how many cards, what's the next slide. So yep, it's absolutely brilliant. If you're an amateur, you can just sit and you can read it. You're not going to be caught out with any of the sleights in this book at all.
Nope.
So you can just learn the tricks and go and perform them, and it's the perfect amateur book for anyone who doesn't want like a technical card college book with a constant learning new sleight.
Yeah.
If you just really, you've got your few basics nailed, this book will give you 70 brilliant tricks.
Get the book. It's great.
Do you want to say something about the cover?
The cover's awful.
Awful.
Awful cover.
Diabolical.
Yes. Should I have a look inside?
The cover is diabolical, but hopefully that means that you'll be one of the only people who own it.
So it's got the odd mentalism trick in there as well, so it's not all completely cards.
And green and red should never go together.
You're never going to go into a shop and pick that off the shelf by the cover alone. But
so you will notice it is illustrations, but the explanations are really thorough, and the tricks aren't complicated enough to warrant. So this is a lovely trick, this one. I really recommend this one. It's called A Turn in Time. So I can remember this one from 20 years ago as well. It's 6 blank cards and an elastic band, and the card keeps turning over. It's an amazing little packet trick. Amazing. Highly recommend that one. There's just a page with Out of This World on it. So there you go.
Brilliant.
And then there's some rope at the back.
Awesome.
But I do, yeah, you can, if you want to make your bookcase slightly less ugly, you might want to do that.
I mean, the spine's all right.
But there you go. It's only, I can't believe it's only
£44.
It's only £44.
Right, let's catch up with some comments and do some giveaways. Yay! Okay, Walter says, thanks, have it, Dave, and I appreciate the offer. Andy, I bought lots of blue glue from Amazon in 5 different sizes, easy to get from there, until they run out, because I said no one's making it anymore. It's just a few stationery suppliers who have it on the shelves, and then it's all going to go skyrocketing in price. Christian says, Anthony Owen Ultimate Oil and Water is the best of its kind I've seen.
Funnily enough, I have created a version of that, so that's very good.
Awesome. Max Gibson, hello PD, says, I'm trying to find a review of Cyber, but I can't see it. Did you delete it?
We did. It's another one we were going to refilm, but then we sold out.
Oh, okay. On the list. Andy Lewis, is it worth getting? Cyber?
Yeah. I think for what it, I think there's a lot of potential there. I think they're going to update the app with more tricks as well. My basically, to summarise it, we felt it was a little bit, we felt it was a bit too intrusive, didn't we? It was almost worrying what you could get. If you can program, you can basically take anything from their phone with that technology. It's great if you're using Wikitest or what's it called? Is it Inkjet? Is it Inject? Inject, maybe. You skip a lot of the phases to pair the phones if you use Cyber, which is nice. So yeah, I mean, for some people will absolutely love it, some people will hate it. But a little warning to you: if you buy it from the App Store, I had somebody ring me up earlier that was a bit annoyed because they bought it from the App Store and then realised that they needed extra bits for it. So if you buy the package from us, you get the code for the app and you get the bits and pieces. But the guy I spoke to said that there was no mention at all on the App Store that you need these companion bits. So I told him to go to Theory and speak to them. But just bear that in mind.
Okay. Andy Lewis says, great oil and water routine using blue glue in the book Secrets, which, by the way, is a great book. Indeed it is, Andy. Dave Bonney, hello mate. He says, Stand Up Monte is fabulous, great routine. Yeah, absolutely. Paul Sunderland says, very tame intro for the book corner. Laugh out loud. And he says, Curry's Worlds Beyond is a fantastic packed full of gems. That's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Shay says, evening Finley. Alex Adams, have you seen the visible deck? My guess is normal ID with Svengali long
We
and
can talk
short.
about that, can't we? Can we talk about that? Is it out yet? Can we talk about that? We're not going to. I don't think we're going to bother.
Stop going on a tangent.
We're not going on a tangent because he's asked a question. I don't think we'll bother with it because it's never going to be examinable enough that you can give out. Basically, have you seen what it is?
No.
So it's an invisible deck that then you can do that and show they've all got red backs.
Oh, I briefly saw it. Yes, I did.
So
yeah. But that's to satisfy magicians, not lay people, because
it doesn't matter.
Millions
It makes
of people
no
have formed
difference.
it all over the world and never had an issue with it.
Makes no difference. I don't think we're even going to bother selling it.
So yeah, it's not solving anything.
Nope.
Okay, Andrew Short says, all I need is my Amiga deck. Rick Tingley, so Andy Tingley says, Rick Astley made a hit? Question mark.
I'll sing it for you one day, Andy.
Please don't.
Paul Sunderland, not a one-hit wonder. He's not a Rick Astley. Has got to be the best comment of alive. Laugh out loud. Oh, come on, stop it. There we are. Right, okay. Jonas says, do you know if it's possible to still get the old rub-ons that was used to make Ted Leslie style marked cards?
Yeah, Letraset. I forget what size they were, Jonas. You used them to make the Boris Wilde cards as well.
I remember Letraset
I've
back
got
in the
some.
day. Cool,
yeah, I've got some.
No idea what
I've
either
got
is.
some somewhere.
Right.
I don't think Letraset sold them anymore, but I did find a place. I think it's in Germany that I got some from, and I got a lot, all in one hit. Unfortunately, all my belongings are no longer where they used to be, so I can't give them to you. But Jonas, I'll try and dig out the email address for you. So it is possible, yes.
I think they sell pickled herring as well.
So Letraset is like a transfer. It's a clear sheet. You've got letters on it. You've got loads of each letter. You line it all up and you get there and you rub it on, you pull it away and it's on there.
Right.
And before the days when everyone had printers at home, that was the way you make really nice writing.
Oh, really?
Back in the 80s.
It's
but
coming back to me
you're too
now,
young
but
for
I think you want Helvetica.
It's a font.
And I think it's
She wasn't my type.
It's size 4 or 5. in white, and that's what you need, and I'm sure you know where they go. But yeah, I'll try and dig some out, or I'll try and find out where I got them from, but you can do it.
Good point from Finley. He says, literally, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yep.
Well said there, Finley. Charlie says, best thing Alex has said. Jonas says, I need to make a new special deck that is not marked in the regular way. Benjamin says that I've been able to mark cards using a needle to scratch the number and suit into the back. So I came up with an idea of a card marking system. Basically, it was a really thin, wafer thin bit of metal with all the cards, things sort of done in stencils, and you put it on the back of each card, get a red Sharpie and put it on, you can mark each card. So I thought about doing that. It's something sort of on my list of things to make, just marking my own cards. Get it?
You could.
That's
sense?
brilliant.
Yeah.
You could use thingy, couldn't you, for that? What was that? Oh, what was that god awful thing? What was that thing that you stuck on the back of the box? The acrylic thing.
Oh, that's too big. You need smaller.
Yeah, I've got little ones downstairs. They're chemically etched out. They're wafer thin.
I did try once with a Tipex pen, but you just can't get it small or neat enough.
Well, I made the design. I'll show you what I mean later on. But
that's good.
It's still something on the books to make. Charlie says, have you ever? Do you have any red keepers in?
No, only green and blue.
Yeah, out of stock at the moment. In fact, they're not even making them anymore.
No,
Yeah. Chris says, I used to be a paste op artist and had loads of old sheets of lecture set. Wow. Michael Brymer says, virtually impossible to get lecture set stickers. I bought some old ones off an internet auction site. They were garbage. Oh, bugger. And Pete Donnelly says, Rick Astley, laugh out loud. Am I the only?
I am the one.
I am the one only. That was Chesney Hawks. Yeah, my bad. Okay, right. So we've caught up with all the comments, and there's still 84 people watching. Woohoo!
Sorry, we could be away at 5:30. We could actually finish
on
this at
time for
5:30.
once. Yeah. Right. So
Oh my
we're going to
God.
do a giveaway. A little special way of choosing cards today. So, excuse me. As normal, you've got 1 minute to name a playing card. Put it up on here. When you see the no more text that I'm about to type after 1 minute, any cards after that will be disqualified. One playing card only. And if you win, you get a chance to choose a special prize from our prize category. So give it a go, guys. 1 minute from now. And David Harris is straight on here. Look. There you go. Oh, he's even got the symbols. Look.
Like a rat up a drain pipe.
Isn't he? So when I press no more, that will be it.
Incidentally, as this is a bit sort of dead air, we've just had our 1,000th subscriber on YouTube, haven't we?
No.
10,000.
10,000. Sorry.
1,000?
No, I was going to say that was last week.
10,000 subscriber.
10,000. 10. Why can't I say that? 10,000th.
And if there's 10,000 people out there watching who haven't subscribed, do subscribe and get us up to 20.
That'd be good, yeah.
Or while you're waiting for the end of this, you can always like the video. That helps us out as well. So just go in here and press like.
Like and share, guys. Description.
Like.
Subscribe.
Right, okay, how are we doing?
Whatever.
15 seconds, guys, and that will be it. And we shall show you how the two cards were chosen today.
Yes, we will.
You are, babes. Come up.
I don't want to start an
Right,
argument.
that's it, guys. So no more cards as from now. So there we are. Any cards after that won't count. And yeah, so what are you doing, babes? Up there. So as you know, we like to choose cards in a kind of random and unusual way. And I was out having a bit of fun the other day, and Jason came up with a good idea. Said, chuck me a few cards. So I did, chuck him a few cards. So let's see how that all came about. Enjoy.
Alex, are you recording?
Yeah, we go.
Right then, okay, so actually I think we should get Dave, because I think we're going to need someone. I could do a trick on him.
Okay.
So
Oh, we can't. He's outside.
He's outside.
He's doing the David Blaine thing with the balloons.
Balloons?
Yeah, you know we watched the Ascension thing yesterday.
Yeah.
He said he could do it better.
You're joking.
Do you want to go see?
No way.
I promise you. I promise you. He's downstairs. He's downstairs. I thought you knew about this.
No.
Oh, I thought you knew everything that went on.
You're joking. What's he doing?
He's outside.
Oh, for God, this is typical.
I promise you.
Anything to get out doing some work.
He's up here somewhere. Oh my God.
How's he going to get down?
Are you alright up there, mate? Have you got any cards up there? Can you just chuck a few down for the live? You might want to come down now, mate. I've got a phone call for you.
Did David Blaine say don't try this at home?
He said nothing about work. What were they?
We've got the 8 of clubs and the Queen of Hearts.
Thanks, Dave.
Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Dave!
Hopefully he's back for the live.
Come back! We've got a live in a few hours. I hope he gets back in time. Dave!
He made it back.
Yeah, I end up in Norfolk. Yeah. I was trying to get all the way across to Sweden to see Ottar, but balloons started going down after a while. So yeah, a bit of fun on that. But yeah, we did have 2 random cards, which we've just written down. So the 8 of clubs and the Queen of Hearts were the winners. So let's see. Let's go across to the iPhone cam and see who was closest or even possibly dead on. So right, there's lots of them. Where do they start from? So keep an eye out, guys. Right, that's where it all starts. So we're looking for the Queen of Hearts and the 8 of clubs.
We'll
so
write
keep
down
your
the
eyes out,
winners.
guys. We've got 9 of clubs, so Kevin's closest at the moment. Got a couple of 5 of clubs there.
It could be the Queen of Hearts. It's the most popular called card.
Which is why possibly people won't call it. Oh, Queen of Clubs, does that count? Oh, 8 of clubs, 8 of clubs. Andrew Short, yay! Right, Andrew, congratulations. You are first on our screen, so you are the winner, the first winner.
Short was that?
Andrew
Short.
Yeah, Andrew Short, 2 T's, yeah. So we're just looking for the Queen of Hearts. Simon says, is The Real Deal by Paul Romany a great book to buy? Is it about business? We'll talk about that in a minute.
Do you know it?
Nope.
Oh, Chris Gillanders said 8 clubs as well. Sorry, Chris, bit late, mate. You've got to be first. We only take the first ones. Jonas says, cheers, Jason. Wow, no one so far is close to the Queen of Hearts. Right, okay, so...
Well, how about then? What about has Chris got the 8 of clubs as well?
Well,
if
ideally...
there's nobody on anywhere near the Queen of Hearts, which there doesn't seem to be.
No, there wasn't, was there? I reckon we should do that, yeah, okay. Right, so as nobody got near the Queen of Hearts, and Chris Gillen has also got the 8 of clubs, I think we'll go with that. So that's only fair. So congratulations, guys. You do win a prize. If you don't know, by the way, go to the PropDog Facebook, and at the very bottom of the homepage, at the very end, you'll see a category that says Facebook Live Competition Giveaways. You can choose anything on that list. Click on it. Just make sure we've got one in stock on it, and then drop us an email and says, "Hi, I'm Chris," or "I'm sorry, it was Andrew, wasn't it? I'm Andrew. Can I have this?" And we will get it sent to you. So yeah, congratulations, guys.
Yeah, and your address if we don't have it.
Yeah, and very quickly. Oh, Benjamin Edwards says, I've also made a stencil guide how to make mark cards. It was made out of a thin metal sheet like an eraser guide. It works well enough. Yeah, the one I've got is ridiculously small. I picked it up at a prototyping trade show once. This company can just print on stuff almost as thin as foil, but it's really rock hard. It's really good. Sam Fuller says, hey chap, hope you're all good. Any ideas when Red Flame Flash Paper will be back? It'll be a while, I'm afraid. Yeah, not for a little while. I'm afraid, Benjamin, not for at least 2 or 3 months, if not longer. Right, let's go back very quickly. And who was that other comment by?
About the book.
Yeah, Simon, there we are. Is The Real Deal by Paul Romany a great book to buy? Is it about business? A guide?
It's not so much about business, it's more of a survival guide, which is what he calls it. So you've got everything in here, really. So you've got Paul Romany's stories on the road, his crowd's funny stories, his commando act, and pieces of advice, travel tips, flying tips, how to fit your bag in, about the temperature, what it's going to do to your cards, stiff muscles, helpful tips for the magician, so that's the performance tip section. And also things about using sound, using your microphone properly, whether you need to bring your own headset and things like that. Bit controlling the audiences, stage etiquette.
Bit of a Bible, really, isn't it?
Yeah. So stuff how to keep your audience attention. Then you've got all the promotional tips as well. So it's about if you're a travelling performing magician, it's lots of tips in there. Some of it will help your performance. Some of it will just help you get your gear from A to B.
Or maybe if you're thinking about doing it as well. because that's not bad to get some.
He does talk about, you know, if you want to get on a cruise ship and stuff, how to, you know, cut out the middle, go straight and things like that.
All right.
Awesome. Right. Well, yeah. I hope that helps, Simon. Ottar says that was a lot more entertaining than the Blaine version. Yeah, we didn't quite get the Blaine. I thought he was going to fall and accidentally die or disappear while he's up there, or something was going to happen. It was a bit disappointing.
I can't believe. I know I'm going to get stiff saying this. I can't believe the amount of people I've seen going, that was just the best thing in the. Oh, I've not seen anything like that ever.
He spent millions.
I watched that. Oh, I'm never getting that hour back.
He had hundreds of crew members. Yeah, there's plenty of videos on the internet of one bloke with a chair, a load of balloons, and an air rifle going up and shooting himself back down again. Loads of people.
Yeah, it's like lawn chair launch or something.
Yeah,
there's a guy doing it, and that's. I mean, I've bought one of those chairs for B&Q, and don't trust it on the ground. So how he went up in the air, no parachute.
We'll get a B&Q on our backs now. Careful.
Maybe it was home based. I don't know.
Just don't get what was so special or dangerous about it. I mean, he'd done 500 parachute jumps to get ready for it, so the skydiving bit was nothing different.
He made a deal out of it, though.
Yeah, maybe
for someone who's done 500 jumps, he was in a right
tiz. He was petrified about landing, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Bless him.
Yes.
We do love him. We went to see him. live. It was brilliant. But yeah,
I don't get the stunts.
I didn't understand it.
Well, Andrew Short says 8 clubs is his force card and his Amiga deck. I bleep you not, he says, laugh out loud. Lucky card.
Well, then you deserve a prize.
Charlie's got to go. See you next week. Bye, guys. Great show, says George. Chris Gallagher says, beat me to it, Andrew, but whoa, second prize. Peter Burkett, late again, missed a lot now at work. Watch it all over again, Peter. Jonas says, haha, DB is better than D Blaine at balloons, but what Blaine really needed to bait the balloon thing was an to make it exciting is snipers trying to pop the balloons. That would have been a lot more interesting, yeah. Andrew Short said he was just about to put my first order in together from PropDog this weekend for my upcoming birthday. Yay! Well, thank you, Andrew.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. Andy Tingley says, have a great weekend, lads. Stay safe, and you too. Chris Gillers, thanks, guys. Very generous. Always a pleasure, mate. Andrew Short says, sorry, Chris. Ottar, have a great weekend, guys. Thanks for a great stream, and thank you for joining us, as always, Ottar.
We look forward to the fish.
Yeah, Andrew Short says, Alex, I kid you not, the Ada Clubs is my Amiga deck force. Hope that doesn't disqualify me. Benjamin says, Lawn Chair Larry read his Wikipedia page. Yeah. Yes. Personally, I did not like David Blaine, says Walter. Jonas Carson, the dog wanted food. Did I win anything? You did. My cat ate 4 hearts. Paul Sunderland, correction, I've got one of those chairs from B&Q and I wouldn't trust it now. It's my favourite. Great show, Christian says. Meet your doggers in the car park afterwards. Stephen Blair, my cards are 4 diamonds. Finley says, bye. When's Poker Test 2 in shop? If we don't have it, we can get it in. Adam, just email us.
Just wait for the next order.
Finley says, see you next week. Walter, have a great night, and they keep on coming. Jonas, have a great weekend. I'm off to have some pizza. I hope Bobo foot healing is really well, thanks, Amber. So yeah, all is good. Right, guys, thank you all for joining us. We will see you all next week. Have a great weekend.
It's 5.
Yes, half 5. Oh, hang on, it's 29 minutes past. You've got to wait. We've got to wait. Keep it going till half 5. And we'll go home a minute early.
Peter
Bye, guys.
Egging's in the car park.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bye.